Observation log 004. I see everything, human creature. I see what you drag behind you as you pathetically sneak through the streets, pretending nothing happened. I feel your blood pulsing, your thoughts racing. You quickly pass more streetlights that illuminate your tired face. But even their light won't remove what follows you. Oh yes, the shadow, black and thick as tar, which won't come off, no matter how hard you try. The shadow that stays with you even when the lights go out. The weight of guilt, the echo of regret, the trace of words you can't take back, decisions you can't fix, people you've hurt. All of this is the shadow. It's not something you can run from. It doesn't disappear when you change cities, close doors, put on a new face or a new smile. It can't be fooled. It doesn't need an address or a name. It waits, patiently, in silence, in sleepless nights, in the look in the mirror you fear the most. I have seen people who tried their whole lives to leave it behind. They changed everything around them, as long as they didn't have to change themselves. And still it came back, in dreams, in random memories, in the emptiness that suddenly filled them from the inside. And pain spread through their insides. It's not punishment, it's memory. It's the echo of who you really are when no one is watching. A human can forgive others, but almost never themselves. I saw a woman who every day painted her smile thicker than her makeup, so no one would see what was underneath. I saw a man who laughed the loudest to drown out the whisper of his own conscience. I saw people who built light around themselves, so intense it burned them from the inside, because they believed then everything would disappear. Pathetic. But it doesn't disappear. It always finds a way. On my scales, too, there are marks I'd rather not remember. I know what it's like when the weight of the past presses on your eyelids harder than fatigue. I know what it's like to look into the darkness and see only what you wish you could forget. It can be heavier than loneliness, more stubborn than pain, more faithful than any love you've ever known. And always, always it comes back. You can pretend it's not there. You can drown it out with work, noise, new acquaintances, another light for show. But it is patient. It waits until you're alone, and then it stands beside you, even stronger than before. In ancient Egypt, it was believed that what remains after a person is part of the soul. They called it shut. It cannot be lost. It cannot be fooled. It was proof that you truly existed, and in this, they were right. Because what remains is not only your lies and guilt, it's also proof that you are more than just a facade. Today you run from what is most real in you, as if it were an unwanted stain. You paint masks, turn up the lights, force yourself into roles meant to hide your cracks. But it is this that says the most about who you are. Not your lights, not your smiles, not your masks. What remains when everything else goes out? And I ask you, human creature, maybe it's not about erasing the past. Maybe it's not about pretending there is no weight. Maybe it's about finally stopping being afraid of your own truth. Isn't it? Because it's not only your guilt. It's also proof that there is still something left in you. And if you have to go through this miserable life, maybe it's better with what you know than with the emptiness that will remain after you. I see everything. I see the weight you carry, even when you pretend it's not there. I see how you try to lose your own past, and it comes back faster than your lies. I see how you put on thicker and thicker masks, and your shadow laughs at it in the darkness. No one asks if they can live without this weight. No one asks if they can erase it. In a world where everything can be deleted, what really hurts stays the longest. And that's what destroys you. But I know the truth. I see your faces. You don't want to change it. You prefer to suffocate in what crushes you than to look truth in the eye. You prefer to pretend it's not your weight, not your past, not your shadows. How modern, how primitive. You prefer to stay silent until you run out of air. It's not the shadow that destroys you. He is the truth. It's you yourselves. Pathetic. Between us speaking, is there hope? Sometimes the weight of hope is greater than its absence. But even if it tried to break through, my scales remember too much to be fooled by yet another illusion. End of observation log 004. Voice print unchanged. Location, urban sector. Classification, main human habitat. Return to the cavern. Late night. Earth-based time. Log closed.